In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. The smallest one was Madeline. In 2 straight lines, their grace was said as they broke their morning bread.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
One day when the girls were seated in place, they had a visit from Lord Cucuface.
Forgive the interruption, mademoiselle, but today I have brought you not 1, but 2 big surprises.
Not 1, but 2. Ooh la la!
Lord Cucuface had brought a treat, something for the girls to eat.
The first surprise is an enormous, delicious, mouth-wateringly delectable,
Gâteau au chocolat.
prize-winning
Chocolat bonbon.
cheese! Fromage de la Grande Vache, the only one of its kind in all of Paris.
Lord Cucuface could see it in their eyes. The girls were not thrilled with this surprise.
What is the matter with you? Do you not like cheese?
Oui, monsieur. I like cheese if it is bright orange and wrapped in paper.
Miss Clavel, have you not taught these young ladies the importance of cheese to the cuisine of France?
Oh, dear.
This country is famous for its cheese. People all over the world flock to buy the cheeses of France. Cheese made France what it is today. It's not every day you find a country such as France, with her famous opera and with her famous dance, art and haute couture, a soldier's victories. But what made France so very great? It's cheese, cheese, cheese.
What made France so very great is cheese, cheese, cheese. Cheese made France what it is today, not pastry, soup, or peas. Cheese made France what it is today. A big hooray for cheese. A big hooray for cheese.
There's camembert and brie, chèvre and port salut. And for a crumbly roquefort there is no substitute. With fruit or with baguettes, in Toul recipes. What made France so very great is cheese, cheese, cheese.
What made France so very great is cheese, cheese, cheese. Cheese made France what it is today, not pastry, soup, or peas. Cheese made France what it is today, a big hooray for cheese. Oh, cheese made France what it is today, not pastry, soup, or peas. Cheese made France what it is today, a big hooray for cheese.
Hooray! So, perhaps now you appreciate my surprise.
Well, it is very large and very smelly.
It is perfect for making my favorite dish, cheese fondue.
He wanted the girls to try something new, to make a perfect cheese fondue.
Oh, we would be pleased to make fondue for your dinner tonight, wouldn't we, mes enfants?
Oui, Miss Clavel. Excusez-moi, Lord Cucuface, but did you not say you have 2 surprises?
Ah, yes. I almost forgot to show you. But first, will you do me the honor of taking the cheese to the kitchen, Mrs. Murphy?
They left the room in 2 straight lines and left the glorious cheese behind. The second surprise was not very far. It was a shiny, brand new car.
It is an automobile. A shiny automobile. Not just any automobile, a brand new touring car. Have you ever seen anything like it?
It is a very handsome automobile, Lord Cucuface.
I am glad you like it, Miss Clavel, because I am going to teach you to drive this car.
Drive? Oh, no, not I.
When you learn to drive, you can take these young ladies on healthful outings to the country.
But I am not at all sure.
The little girls let out a squeal, imagining Miss Clavel behind the wheel.
Take a closer look, Madeline. The seats are so soft. And the engine is so powerful. Vroom, vroom. What was that? Ay, caramba! I dropped my lucky coin. I will help you look.
Come, Miss Clavel. You have nothing to worry about. Mrs. Murphy will look after the girls while I teach you to drive.
Well, if you are sure.
While the children searched below the seat, Miss Clavel drove down the street, and pedestrians made a quick retreat.
Turn right. No, left. Turn.
Oh, dear.
And Miss Clavel, attendez. Turn.
Oh, dear.
Turn, Miss Clavel, turn, s'il vous plaît.
Turn right. No, left.
Huh?
Children, what are you doing here?
Learning how to drive.
While Miss Clavel braked and steered, into the kitchen the young girls veered.
It is time to prepare the fondue for Lord Cucuface.
They found the cheese had disappeared. The girls could not believe their eyes. There was no more cheese that had won the prize.
They are back.
Who will explain this to Lord Cucuface?
That cheese meant so much to him. No cheese fondue. He will be so disappointed. And he is always so generous to us.
Oh, dear. A glass of water, s'il vous plaît.
What is wrong, Miss Clavel? Did something terrible happen?
Something unthinkable, ma petite. I passed Lord Cucuface's test.
Mes amis, did you hear the good news? Did you hear the bad news?
The cheese has disappeared, and the girls do not want to disappoint Lord Cucuface.
Disappeared?
Oh, dear.
Horrible! Terrible!
A catastrophe!
We will have to distract him.
The loss of the cheese made the girls quite alert. They feared that Lord Cucuface would feel very hurt, and so they came up with a plan to divert.
Oh, well, young ladies, have you heard the news? Miss Clavel has learned to drive.
We Lord Cucuface, and to celebrate, we want to put on a play for you.
A play? Oh, very well. If it is short, I am somewhat weary.
The girls put on a silly play to keep Lord Cucuface away.
All hail to the Queen! Psst, Danielle, you be the Queen. Who, me? Queen who? Aha! Voila! Queen Lampshade. Fine! And you be Princess Drapery.
Princess Drapery?
This is the worst play I have ever seen. But look.
Oh, Lord Cucuface will never forgive us.
He is asleep. We can go get another cheese just like it before he wakes up.
But which cheese shop? Where did he get it?
The chairman of the Board of Trustees let out a snore and then a wheeze and answered questions about cheese.
Lord Cucuface, Where did you get that cheese? The cheese.
Shop. Cheese shop.
Which one?
It is called the...
This is not working.
Le Shop du Fromage.
But that is on the other side of town. We cannot get there and back before he wakes up.
Yes, we can, Miss Clavel. If you drive.
Moi?
Though driving for her was something quite new,
Cheers, Clavel.
Miss Clavel was determined to make cheese fondue.
Masterpiece! Ooh la la!
And Pepito and Madeline went along, too.
Bueno, a shortcut! This must be the place.
Every kind of cheese was there in the shop of Monsieur Camembert.
Bonjour, monsieur et mademoiselle. What kind of cheese do you want today?
Monsieur, we are looking for something very special.
Ah, we have Roquefort, Brie, Charolais, Camembert, pretty good.
He had smelly cheese and cheese with holes, cheese that crumbles, cheese that rolls, cheese that's blue and cheese that's green. But Lord Cucuface's cheese was not to be seen.
Monsieur, we would like the same kind of cheese you sold to Lord Cucuface, s'il vous plaît. Fromage de la Grande Vache.
Fromage de la Grande Vache? Je regrette I am sold out. But perhaps I have some at Henri's farm. It is 10 kilometers from Paris.
Très bien! You can drive us there, Miss Clavel.
Quelle horreur!
We will be there in no time. And Lord Cucuface will never know what happened.
And though the driving had improved somehow, there was an unexpected cow.
Something is not right.
Oh no! It is a flat tire! Now we will never get our cheese.
The journey stopped when the tire went flat. There would be no cheese. And that was that.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur. We cannot thank you enough.
De rien, mademoiselle.
There is still hope.
It is a beautiful day, no?
Oui, Miss Clavel, but it is getting a little foggy.
But just when things were looking good, a cloud of steam came from the hood.
Oh, no.
Ay, caramba! The car has overheated.
I am sorry, mes enfants. I do not know what to do.
Look, there is a farmhouse. We could walk up there and get help.
The children walked not very far to get some help for the touring car.
What you children need is some water.
Merci beaucoup. But what we really need is some cheese.
Cheese! We have plenty of that on this farm. Let me show you how we make our cheese. First, we heat the milk. We separate the curds from the whey. Then we salt it. Press it. And let it age.
But do you have the cheese Lord Cucuface needs for the fondue?
Perhaps we have what you need. My husband has collected cheese from all over France.
Madame Chèvre wanted to please, so she had them sample each kind of cheese, from chevrotin to creamy brie.
Too salty. Too smelly. Too cheesy.
I am sorry you missed Henri.
Did you say Henri?
Oui, he just left to take more of his prize-winning cheese to Paris. Fromage de la Grande Vache.
That is the one.
Back home, while the mice groaned and digested, Lord Cucuface kept his eyes closed and rested.
He is waking up. We have to keep him sleeping. How many kinds of cheese did we taste?
I lost count at 27. This should solve the problem.
But we must hurry if we want to find Henri and get the cheese before Lord Cucuface wakes up. Miss Clavel should be back with the cheese by now. Something is not right. Something is not right. We should have caught up with Monsieur Henri's cart by now.
I could go a little faster.
This is more like it.
Uh-oh.
The car made good progress until, alas,
I believe, mes enfants, we have run out of gas.
the search for the cheese was at an impasse. Things looked hopeless, at least for a minute, till a cart appeared with a farmer in it.
Do you need gasoline?
Oui, monsieur. And we also need cheese.
Cheese? Well, I may be able to help you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Henri.
Back to Paris came the car with a cheese that was spectacular. A prize-winning cheese, oh, such a coup, guaranteed to make a fine fondue.
What will we do? We cannot sleep forever. Someone is coming.
What? What?
I will never drive again.
But Miss Clavel, you are a very good driver. Someday, I hope to drive as well as you. Quick, take the cheese to the back door, Pepito.
And so fondue was served that night. They all enjoyed the dish, all right.
Bien, mademoiselle. Just dip the bread into the melted cheese. That is fondue.
Though two had lost their appetite.
I do not care if I ever see cheese again in my entire life. But I am sure les petites mice will enjoy it.
This is the best fondue that I have ever eaten. In fact, it was such a delicious meal that I have another surprise for you.
But Lord Cucuface, you have already done so much.
Miss Clavel, I insist. From this moment, the touring car is yours.
For me? Oh.
Miss Clavel was quite surprised when of the gift she was advised. But by the time she went to bed, she looked forward to the trips ahead.
Tomorrow, mes enfants, we will drive to the country for a picnic.
And may we bring cheese sandwiches?
Mais oui, Chloe.
And though her tummy still felt queasy at the thought of something cheesy, Madeline rested easy.
Merci, Madeline. Because of you, we will have many healthy outings.
Miss Clavel hugged her, then closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. The smallest one was Madeline. And no one knew quite so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. On a bright sunny morning, as they walked out the door, they ran into a neighbor they couldn't ignore.
What is this? Bonjour!
It was Pepito, son of the Spanish ambassador.
Miss Clavel, what is a Western Roundup?
It is a show from America with horses and bulls and lassos and cowboys.
And cowgirls, too?
Oui, Madeline. Cowgirls, too.
And everyone wears big hats and does big tricks.
Oui, and to get their horses to go faster, they say, Yee-haw!
The children headed to the park to ride some ponies for a lark.
This one is the smallest. Would you like to ride him, Madeline?
Yes, I would, for I am also the smallest.
It says his name is Gallop, and he is from America.
America! Ooh! Nice, Gallop. Want a carrot?
They walked and walked around the pen, and then they walked around again. Although these ponies were delighting, they really weren't too exciting.
Yee-haw! Ooh! Ah!
Oh, Madeline, you have given me quite a scare.
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. Gallop is just having some fun. Right, Gallop? Wow!
With that, he took off like a shot.
Oh, dear.
They rode through Arrondissement 6, doing some very fancy tricks. On the famed Champs-Élysées, a famous arch got in the way.
I'm gonna get that there pony from my Wild West shore. My name ain't Buffalo Ben.
I'm gonna rustle up that there pony, or my name ain't Lasso Louie. Uh-oh. Well, dag my nabbit! My mistake. Pardon me, ma'am.
Well, dag my nabbit. Lasso Louis, the horrible horse thief, is in Paris.
As Madeline caused a true sensation, the girls had reached the police station.
Madeline is missing!
And she is on a very dangerous horse from America.
They charted out a complex course to find a lost girl and her horse.
Howdy, ma'am. I'm Buffalo Ben.
Bonjour. I am Madeline, and this is Gallop.
That's a pretty fancy sidestep you got there. You all want to be in my Western show?
Mais oui!
Oui.
Come, Gallop. Let us find the others and invite them to the show. Wow!
You know where Madeline and Gallop went? Straight inside a giant tent.
I guess the Wild West reminds you of home.
May I see your tickets?
We are in the show.
In the show? But you're too little, too small, too short.
We may be shocked, but we have big plans.
Through the old streets of Paris with Inspector Moreau, the girls and Pepito searched high and then low. Till they noticed a clue at the old Western show.
Look! Gallop's hoof prints!
She wore the best of cowgirl suits with hat and spurs and fancy boots.
And safety gear.
Oh, Madeline, thank goodness you are all right.
And thank goodness you came. The show is about to begin, and we are in it.
How they hustled, how they bustled. Then Pepito was, good heavens, rustled.
Ay, ay, ay! Ole!
And now, mesdames and messieurs, I am proud to present Madeline and Gallop.
Rootin' tootin' hoedown, a buckaroo bonjour, a wranglin' danglin' showdown. It's Yahoo time for sure. A rappin' tappin' toe down, the rodeo's on tour. A rootin' tootin' hoedown, a buckaroo bonjour.
Put on your boots and stamp your feet, stamp a little louder. Now tip your hat and take your seat. We couldn't be much prouder. From the Rockies to the Alps, we'll get those guitars strumming. Let's hear those yippies and those yips. You cowpokes will be humming.
Yeehaw! A rootin' tootin' hoedown, a buckaroo bonjour, a wranglin' danglin' showdown. It's Yahoo time for sure. A rappin' tappin' toe down, the rodeo's on tour. A rootin' tootin' hoedown, a buckaroo bonjour.
They jumped so high, the crowd was certain that it was Madeline's final curtain.
Madeline!
Poor Miss Clavel watched the jump from the stand, hoping that Madeline would soon safely land.
Voila!
Well, I'll be a coyote's cuticle.
What the? Huh?
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
Later that night, they broke carrots and bread. A man came to the door with a hat on his head. It was Buffalo Ben. And here's what he said.
Howdy, ma'am. I'm here to invite Madeline and Gallop to compete in the Tumbleweed Rodeo in America.
The Tumbleweed Rodeo in America.
You see, I have purchased your little horse from the pony man. You and Gallop will wow 'em in the west.
But I cannot leave my friends.
How about if they all come along for the ride?
Ooh!
Ooh? I think you young'uns mean yippee.
Yippee!
Huh?
May I come too, Senor Buffalo Ben?
If you give me back my hat.
Yippee! I hope we do not meet any nasty varmints in the Wild West.
The only one you have to worry about is Lasso Louie, the horrible horse thief.
Lasso Louie?
That's right, Lasso Louie, the baddest bad guy in the West.
Hoping to avoid the varmints, in 2 straight lines they packed their garments. Buffalo Ben indeed was frantic to get his show across the Atlantic. Then Pepito pulled a naughty antic.
Olé!
Pepito! Arrêtez!
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. Aye, aye, aye!
The incident ended much better than hoped, with Pepito still living and the bull gently roped. Then soon a very French yippee could be heard across the sea.
But we still have a whole lot more traveling ahead.
Not to mention a whole lot more horse napping.
They discovered a brand new terrain from the windows of a chugging train. One evening, as the sun went down, they pulled into a dusty town.
Here we are, Sagebrush, USA. Home of rodeos, hoedowns, and the baddest bad guy in the West, Lasso Louie, the horrible horse thief.
Oh, dear.
Now, let's mosey on over to my ranch. The sheriff is gonna give us a ride.
This is a funny taxi.
It is a stagecoach, little girls.
Howdy, and welcome to Sagebrush.
Howdy, Monsieur Sheriff.
Where y'all from?
Paris.
Paris, Texas?
Paris, France.
Paris, France? Dag my nabbit.
Prairie. Desert. Cactus. Tumbleweed. Ball. Ball.
Pepito!
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. This bull is now my amigo. Good Torito. Good Torito. Whoa, whoa! Caramba!
That night, they sat under the stars, humming, strumming with guitars.
Now, these here are marshmallows. You just put them on a stick and toast them in the fire.
Yummy. Delicious. Formidable. These are even better than bonbons.
But when they finished their marshmallows, the sheriff's laughter turned to bellows.
Did Buffalo Ben say you're gonna be in the rodeo?
Oui, monsieur.
Why, you're no bigger than a bean in a bucket.
We may be little, but we have big plans.
The next day at the great state fair, food and games were everywhere.
Look, the smallest frog won first prize. And the smallest apple pie is the most delicious. See! The most delicious! means Madeline can win even though she is the smallest.
Pies were eaten, games were played. Then it was time for the parade. Clowns chasing piggies for a laugh, while bareback riders roped a calf. Some rode on broncos and some wrestled steer. The crowd was yahooing, a great Wild West cheer, and Madeline's turn was coming near.
Come on, Gallop! It is almost time!
Madeline stopped. She looked all around, but Gallop the horse was nowhere to be found.
Gallop! Gallop! Gallop, where are you?
Lasso Louie always gets his horse.
Poor Madeline, ready and raring to ride, but her horse was no longer there at her side. They searched through stable and corral for their favorite neighing pal.
Gallop! Where are you? Gallop!
Come with me. I know sagebrush like the back of an eagle's elbow.
With the sheriff as her guide, they combed the plains and mountainside.
Gallop! Gallop!
But meanwhile, at the rodeo, it was almost Madeline's turn to go. The search was going much too slow.
I will have to do something.
Madeline knew they had to skedaddle as they looked for their most precious horsey and saddle.
Look! No, look down here. You see, being small is sometimes a big help. All those horses look like Gallop.
It was a mistake to sell you to the French when I stole you the first time. At last, I have you back in my collection. And dagnabbit, you will be mine forever. Yes! Interesting technique.
Gallop. Gallop, is this your family? Bonjour. Pleased to meet you. Quick, Gallop. We have a rodeo to win. Adios, Monsieur Sheriff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you all been waiting for. The barrel race. Presenting Madeline and Gallop.
Then who shot out just like an arrow? The ex-Bad Hat, a true vaquero. In the stands, not feeling well, was the worried Miss Clavel. All that she could do was hope Pepito wouldn't drop the rope.
Way to go, young man. And here's your trophy, even though you performed out of turn.
Gracias.
It seems our next finalists, Madeline and Gallop, are no-shows. We will have to go on to...
But before he could say another thing, guess who trotted in the ring?
Merci. Thank you, Pepito.
Although they were of tiny size, Gallop and Madeline won first prize.
Nice going, y'all. The smallest darn ones have won the biggest darn prizes.
We must celebrate. We will have the biggest campfire with the biggest marshmallows and the biggest carrot for Gallop.
But first, the biggest merci for capturing the baddest bad guy in the West. Will you be my deputy, Madeline?
Mais oui, Monsieur Sheriff. Yippee!
It was a dreadfully sad day when they had to go away. The train blew its whistle long and loud, and Gallop stood back in the crowd.
Gallop, Does this mean you will not go back to Paris with us? Je comprends, Galop. I understand. Oh, Miss Clavel, I cannot go back to Paris if Galop is staying here.
Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry.
Oh, Madeline, Galop's home is here, just as your home is in Paris with those who love you.
Her words helped Madeline realize that her loving home was a special prize.
Adieu, Galop. I will think of you every day and every night.
And so the children rode the train, then took the ship, then home again. Just about a month later, under the pines, the ponies lined up in two very straight lines. Madeline was in the front, showing them a special stunt. She had just taught them to obey when she heard a familiar-sounding neigh.
Galop, you are back!
Your little Galop missed you so much. I thought I'd bring him back to Paris for a spell with all his kinfolk.
Back in old Paris, no discouraging word, they all saddled up, crossed the sea from the herd. Why, even their dear Miss Clavel had been spurred. Then, when they broke their bread that day, their guests were outside breaking hay. They brushed their teeth, then went to bed, and finally good nights were said. And Madeline knew it didn't matter at all that she and her horse were so very small, for their hopes and their dreams and their spirits were tall. Miss Clavel turned out the light, then closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30. In 2 straight lines. In snow or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. They lived with their dear Miss Clavel, who always made the girls feel well. It was that special time of year when holidays were coming near. The house was filled with boughs of holly, and everyone was feeling jolly.
Oh, bright star in the sky above you, make our spirits soar. We have a house that's full of love, please come in our front door and shine forevermore.
We love the holidays like candles love to glow. We love the holidays like snowmen love the snow. Ho, 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 like snowmen love the snow.
Goodies baking all day long, this must be angel food. At sweet is like a merry song, it lifts up every mood. A tasty interlude.
dress the house with candy canes and tinsel, then it's clear. As snowflakes on the window panes, we're thankful to live here this joyous time of year.
We love the holidays like candles up to glow. We love the holidays like snowmen love the snow. Hop, hop, ho, hop, hop, ho, hop, hop, ho, hop, hop, ho, like snowmen love the snow.
There were so many good things cooking, the girls just couldn't keep from looking.
Chocolate cream puffs.
We must save those for the eve of Noel.
Please, Mrs. Murphy, s'il vous plaît. Just one little taste.
Well, I suppose.
And one for each of the other girls.
Later that day, when the girls took their walk, they ran into a neighbor and all stopped to talk.
Bonjour, Monsieur Benet.
Bonjour, girls.
Comment allez-vous? How are you?
Not well, Miss Clavel. You see, I'm afraid we will have to move.
Oh, Monsieur Benet.
You see, I do not have enough money to feed my pets.
I am so sorry.
This gives me an idea. Then we could help Monsieur Benet with his animals.
C'est une bonne idée. What a good idea.
Nothing can be very much sweeter than a homemade puppet theater.
Come, mes petites, it is time for bed.
But Miss Clavel, we must finish our puppet theater.
Oui, Miss Clavel, s'il vous plaît.
It is very late. You will finish tomorrow, mes enfants.
In the middle of night, Miss Clavel turned on the light and said,
Oh, something is not right. Hello?
She spoke into her telephone and heard the voice of Dr. Cone.
Miss Clavel, I am so sorry to bother you, but something is not right with your Aunt Celine.
Oh, dear.
She is very ill. I am afraid you must come right away.
So Miss Clavel went into the night. It was not a very happy sight.
There goes Miss Clavel. She is leaving us.
Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry.
Do not worry, children. Miss Clavel will be at her aunt's house near Notre Dame, and she will come back before long.
Early next morning, the girls heard the pace of the head of trustees, Lord Cucuface. He announced who would take Miss Clavel's place.
Good morning, little girls. While Miss Clavel is gone, I have arranged for the best of care for you.
Merci, Lord Cucuface.
I was fortunate to locate the headmaster of the Frostbite Academy, a boys' school known for its perfect discipline.
Perfect discipline?
He has given up his holiday vacation to be here, so I expect you all to be on your very best behavior.
Oui, Lord Cucuface.
Now say bonjour to Mr. Grump. Nasty creatures.
Bonjour, Mr. Grump.
Well, I must be on my way. Toodaloo.
Au revoir, Lord Cucuface.
Just as soon as Lord Cucuface had parted, Mr. Grump was anxious to get started.
Those two lines could be a bit straighter, could they not, young ladies?
Oui, Mr. Grump.
Attention! What in heaven's name is that? What do I see over there? Is that a smudge of dirt?
No, Mr. Grump. Just a fallen pine needle.
Well, that will not do, will it?
No, Mr. Grump.
Then we shall remove it. Not just that piece, the entire tree. We don't want it to shed any more needles now, do we?
No, Mr. Grump.
And while you are at it, you may take down these ghastly decorations. All of them.
Oh.
not too much later the very same day, the decorations were packed up and all stored away. It was especially hard to see the tree out in the yard. With Mr. Grump now on their team, it was time for quite a new regime. In the morning at 5:04, a whistle sounded at the door. First, there was a long inspection, and Grump demanded pure perfection in each and every place and section.
Unsatisfactory.
Downstairs, with a lack of passion, they faced the morning's meager ration.
We love our bread. We love our butter.
Hold! There is no time for silly poems about butter. We have a brisk walk to take.
They left the house at 6:09 in 2 straight lines.
Brr, it is so cold.
Being cold helps build character, does it not, little girls?
We, Mr. Grump.
Hold! We will not tolerate animals joining us on our walk, will we, young ladies?
No, Mr. Grump. We love the holidays.
We do not want to bother the neighbors with our caterwauling, do we, little girls?
No, Mr. Grump.
So while the girls were on their walk, they could not play, they could not talk. They could not stop to fool around with painters, mimes, or juggling clowns.
It is not wise to talk to street people, is it, young ladies?
No, Mr. Grump. Ooh, ah.
Come, come. Have some willpower and keep your eyes straight ahead. Such a confection is bad for our teeth. Is it not, little girls?
We, Mr. Grump.
I am going upstairs to prepare the first 50 questions on your history exams. Every knife and fork will be polished when I return. Will they not, young ladies?
We, Mr. Grump. Oh.
Mes amis, I think we need some advice.
The girls, not feeling glad at all, gave dear Miss Clavel a call.
Hello?
Oh, Miss Clavel, we miss you so much.
Please come back soon.
I am afraid I cannot come back for a while, mi petite.
But Mr. Grump has changed everything. He has no holiday spirit.
But mes enfants, all that matters is that your own hearts are full of holiday spirit.
Oh, I wish my holiday spirit were as bright as this fork. Me too. I have an idea. Let us use our holiday spirit to bake Mr. Grump a cake.
Bonny day, Madeline.
Then we can finish our puppet theater.
So they took out the things that they needed for baking. What a wonderful cake they soon would be making.
Mr. Grump is still in the classroom. We must hurry, mes amis. The cake must be a surprise.
Is the oven ready, Danielle?
It is not very hot. We do not have much time. Quick, turn it up, Danielle, all the way.
When from a walk old Benet was returning, he sniffed. Then he saw that something was burning. A lesson on cooking the girls were now learning.
So, we have decided to become cooks. Or is it firebugs?
We are very sorry.
But we did it for you, monsieur.
No buts. Now it is time to clean up our mess, is it not?
Oui, Mr. Grump.
You may take as long as you want, for there will be no puppet show.
Then the girls took up washcloth and dustpan and broom and cleaned up the kitchen. Then went to their room.
Mr. Grump has ruined our holiday. No decorations, no treats,
And no puppet show. Mes amis, there is only one thing to do.
Dinner time!
The headmaster whistled and gave a loud shout.
Young ladies!
Then he searched through the old house, both inside and out. But the girls were not there. The girls had gone out. The girls were all missing. They were not around.
Come back here at once!
And Mr. Grump knew that they had to be found. Braving the snowfall in lines parallel, the girls hoped to locate their dear Miss Clavel.
How much further is it?
I cannot see anything. I think we are lost. Do not worry. We will find our way soon.
I have never seen so much snow.
Regardez, mes amis. Look. I knew we would find our way.
It is Notre Dame.
Ooh, how beautiful.
A witch.
No, a ghost. Maybe an angel.
Genevieve? Little girls, is it you?
Miss Clavel, are you coming home? We need you.
Mes petites, I was on my way to spend Christmas Eve with you. What are you doing so far from home?
It is a long story, Miss Clavel.
In the cold streets of Paris, a scowl on his face, the headmaster searched everywhere, every place. But of the 12 little girls, he found not a trace. As they neared the old house, the girls were still fearful that Headmaster Grump would give them an earful.
It is very late, mes petites. You must go straight to bed. Remember, you must never leave this way again. And where is Mr. Grump?
Mrs. Murphy explained that the dreaded headmaster had run out of the door, going fast and then faster.
Oh, dear.
Miss Clavel, must you leave us again tomorrow?
Oui, Chloe. My aunt still needs me.
But what about Mr. Grump?
I am sure he will return soon.
That is what we are afraid of.
Tonight, let us find joy in the holiday.
But we have no decorations.
What matters, little girls, is what is in your hearts, not what is on your walls.
As the big storm raged on and the snowdrifts grew deep, somehow Madeline could not get to sleep.
Mr. Grump may be an ogre, but even the abominable snowman should not be outside in a storm like this.
Madeline froze in her tracks, in a manner of speaking, and called to the creature, who seemed to be creaking.
Mr. Grump, is that you?
Madeline, what are you doing out here at this hour? Madeline, we must have a word, must we not?
Oui, monsieur.
The following morning was brighter and fair. The little girls dressed. Then they crept to the stair, fearful of finding the headmaster there.
Regardez! Holly on the banister.
Look, our decorations. They are all back up. Venez ici. Come, quickly.
The gingerbread house! Who could have done such a wonderful thing?
Perhaps it was Miss Clavel.
It was not I, little girls.
Our puppet theater. It is finished.
Père Noël, my little friends.
Did you give us all this, Père Noël?
Oui, ma chérie. But I could not have done it without the help of my little elf, Madeline.
And this elf could not have done it without the help of...
Mr. Grump!
Then Mr. Grump told of his search in the snow, where he found a truth he had lost long ago. And he learned from the wind and the icy snow drift that the love of a child is a most precious gift.
I hope you can forgive me for the way I treated you.
May we? Of course! We forgive you!
Then all of a sudden, a wave of good feeling caused laughter and giggles and tickles and squealing.
Feliz Navidad, amigos!
Merry Christmas!
Come! We have a surprise! Père Noël! My turn!
All afternoon, there was giving and sharing with old and new friends who were loving and caring.
Mesdames et messieurs, it is my pleasure to announce the premiere performance of the Old House Puppet Theater.
Our first show is a benefit for our good neighbor, Monsieur Benet.
And so the monkey passed the cup as generous donors filled it up.
Joyeux Noël, little girls. I will return soon.
After the final farewells were said, the girls brushed their teeth and went to bed. But before you could say there isn't any more, a tall, dark figure appeared at the door.
I hope you had a pleasant holiday, little girls.
Oui, Mr. Grump!
Thank you for the gingerbread house.
And the decorations!
And the puppet theater. It is magnifique.
I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It is silly.
We love silly!
Could you call me Grump?
May we, Mr. Grump?
Not Mr., just Grump. You see, I always wanted to have grandchildren.
Grump! Just Grump! He wants to be called Grump!
Tomorrow's walk will be at 9:30 a.m. And I thought we might build a snowman. Or maybe 12. Good night, young ladies.
Good night, dear Grump.
Tears of joy filled his eyes as he stepped from the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines, lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. It was the day of the grand science exhibition. The girls hoped their project would win recognition.
Bonjour, mes petites. Are you almost done?
Oui, Miss Clavel, almost. This is just what we need to finish our science project. Voila! A helium model of the first hot air balloon. Magnifique! Now we must tie it down. Perfect.
Maybe we will win first prize.
Whee! First prize!
Do not be so sure, mateys. Wait until the judges see the telescope I made.
It was Pepito, the boy next door, the son of the Spanish ambassador.
This is a fine telescope, Pepito.
Lord Cucuface, ahoy!
The head trustee came rushing in to see the project he hoped would win.
Huh? Well, where is it? Magnificent! I have promised the trustees a first prize, and today is the day.
Excitement tingled in the air. It seemed that everyone was there.
So many projects.
So many people.
Professor Windbag is giving a speech today.
Professor who?
Windbag, Wolfgang von Wind. Aha! There he is. Dr. Windbag is the world's greatest expert on hot air balloons.
And who is responsible for this interesting balloon?
We are, monsieur.
Indeed. And what do you know about this?
It is a model of the very first hot air balloon, which was invented in France in 1783
by the brothers Joseph and Jacques Montgolfier.
It is said that Joseph got the idea from his wife's petticoat
when he watched her drying it in front of the fire.
Joseph and his brother Jacques made the first hot air balloon and demonstrated it for Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Hot air is lighter than other air, so the balloon goes up. That's how the Montgolfier's balloon went up.
Wunderkinder, sehr gut.
Did you hear that? It means good, very good.
Someday you will come to see a real hot air balloon. I have one that is always filled and ready to take off.
Gracias!
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
I knew it! The first prize will be ours.
But there are so many wonderful projects here.
Like that Eiffel Tower tea kettle.
May we walk around the exhibition to see the other projects, s'il vous plaît, Miss Clavel?
Certainement, Madeline. I will stay here at our exhibit.
Very well, children, but be back on time so we do not miss the judging.
The children walked through rows and rows of contraptions, gadgets, and even gizmos.
Come, there is much more to see.
Marching up and down the aisles, they seemed to go for miles and miles.
Mes petites, you look tired.
We are.
Listen.
Where is that coming from? Is it over there?
Shh. Everyone stood quiet, as if in a trance, listening to the national anthem of France. While everybody heard the tune, something happened to the girl's balloon.
Caramba! Madeline, the balloon!
Oh, the balloon! Oh, no! Genevieve, stop!
The little girls began to grieve for fear of losing Genevieve.
Quel heureux!
I know who can save Genevieve. Professor Windbag. Oh!
See, I will help you find him.
The professor would be hard to reach, for he had gone home to study his speech.
Quelle bonne chance! What good luck! The professor lives nearby.
They found the old professor's street. Wasting no time, they arrived tout de suite.
This way, Pepito.
They couldn't afford to lose 1 minute. They saw the balloon and jumped right in it.
Was ist das?
Professor, s'il vous plaît, you must help us save Genevieve.
Wo ist ein Genevieve? Ein Hund! This is your doggy?
Professor, please hurry.
The one and only Van Windbag is on the case.
Do we need all these books?
Ja, I always need my books. Besides, Fräulein, books make good ballast.
Ballast. That's what makes the balloon heavier, so it won't go up too high or too fast.
Such a wunderkind.
I think the professor has his own ballast.
What do we do now, Professor?
To get started, first turn up the burner.
Next, release 3 sandbags.
Das ist gut, Fräulein. Just like it says in my books.
I am worried about Genevieve. Whoa, see? Me too. So am I.
Do not fear, little girls. I am sure Madeline and the professor will find her.
Besides, we have something to worry about right here. The judges!
Oh no! What should we do?
Quel dommage!
If they come to our exhibit now, they will see nothing.
And we will not win the prize.
If Madeline were here, she would know what to do.
I have an idea.
Way up in the air, the balloon took a dip. What a rough and bumpy trip. It bobbed, it weaved, then a big careen, and Professor Windbag was turning green. It was not a pretty scene.
Psst, Simon, do you think it will work? It has to. We must keep the judges busy until Madeline gets back with the balloon. Ladies, gentlemen, and puppies, I present the famous Mademoiselle Danielle de la Dent.
Merci, mes amis. Today you will see my amazing new invention.
First, we need a volunteer from the audience.
There, in the front row.
Not you, madame. Your poodle.
My invention is brosse à dents de chien, a doggy toothbrush. It comes in 3 delicious flavors: lamb, liver, and steak tartare.
The dogs thought there was nothing nicer than to have a squeaky clean incisor. The plan had worked. They had more time. But where, oh, where was Madeline?
Oh, where is Genevieve? Without you, the sun may shine so brightly, but its rays cannot warm up my heart. Without you, the stars may come out nightly, like us, far away, so apart. Without you, I may do the things I do, but their meaning is lost without you. Without you, I may do the things I do, but what do they mean without you? All alone, I see my life behind me, and it's gone in a poof. Here's your bone, I need it to remind me that once again I will hear your sweet woof. I need you to warm up my heart. Hey, it's no fun being apart. Without you, I may do the things I do, but their meaning is lost without you. Without you, I may do the things I do, but what do they mean? What do they mean? But what do they mean without you?
Dessert.
According to my compass, the wind is taking us southeast. Doggy ahoy! Look out below!
Genevieve! Let us get her, Professor.
Ach, this is not good.
The rope!
Poquito más! A little more! That is it! She's got it!
Hooray!
Pull the tow rope slowly upwards.
Genevieve!
Oops.
We have lost her.
Do not fear, Fräulein. We will find your Genevieve.
You see her, Pepito?
See, Madeline, but she is far away. Soon she will be out of sight.
Any sign of her, Pepito?
No, Madeline, not yet.
They sailed for miles out of the city, where the countryside was pretty.
Mire, Professor! Such a view takes your breath away, does it not, Senor?
Ja.
Madeline, look! Is it not lindissimo? So beautiful.
Nothing is beautiful without Genevieve. Oh, Danielle, I am so worried. They should be back by now.
And we are almost out of liver.
Fräulein, I am so sorry about your friend.
It is not your fault, Professor.
But it is. It is all my fault. I am nothing but a silly old man full of hot air.
But you are not a silly old man. You are the world's most famous hot air balloon expert.
I am only an expert in my books. I have never even been up in a real balloon before today because I am afraid of heights.
Professor, everyone is afraid sometime. It is all right.
As a cold wind started kicking up, Pepito finally spied their pup.
Genevieve!
Alas, Madeline's smile turned to a frown, for Genevieve was going down.
Ay, ay, ay! She is going to hit that sharp rock! Genevieve!
It It is now or never. Auf Wiedersehen. Farewell, my friends.
Although his fear was very great, the professor knew they could not wait. He jumped, and he was not too late.
Uh-oh! The cold air is cooling the hot air, and we are almost out of fuel.
Fraulein, Herr Pepito, are you well?
See, we are fine. Professor, you saved Genevieve. Merci. Thank you.
Ja, und you saved me from my fear of heights. But I am afraid your science project is kaput.
It does not matter as long as we have Genevieve.
Ja.
Professor, if we hurry, we could get back to the exhibition in time for your speech. But how? We are out of fuel. Hey! See? Hey! We are out of fuel. No, silly. Hay! We can use the hay for our fuel, just like the Montgolfiers did.
Such a wunderkind. All I need are my matches. Uh-oh, they are wet.
Now we are sunk too.
Ach, ja.
As the sun moved out from behind a cloud,
I have got it.
Madeline shouted out loud.
Your eyeglass will start the fire.
So that is correct. You have got such a smart noodle.
Hot air rose up into the vent, and before you knew it, up they went.
They should have been here by now.
Oui, I am troubled too, mes petites.
Speaking of trouble, here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen of science, you have seen the rest, but now you will see the best. My word! Where is the balloon?
Well, Madame et Monsieur, it is,
Ballon! Ballon!
It is Madeline and Genevieve! Hooray!
The balloon came slowly, gently down, and landed safe and very sound.
Such precise timing! The professor is right on time for his speech.
Fantastique! Perfect navigation. Professor Windbag, you are a genius.
Dankeschön. Thank you. But I'm afraid I cannot accept the credit.
The professor went on to say he was just a spectator. In fact, Madeline was the pilot and Pepito navigator. He told how the balloon went higher because Madeline knew how to start a fire.
merci beaucoup.
And so, to the joy of Lord Cucuface, his school and girls had won first place. And Pepito could not believe his eyes when he was awarded second prize. Later that night, they broke their bread
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
and brushed their teeth and went to bed.
Bon nuit, little girls. I hope you sleep well.
Bon nuit, dear Miss Clavel.
Miss Clavel took a last look and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30. In 2 straight lines, in rain or shine. The smallest one
Be careful! Attention!
was Madeline.
And then a big gust of wind knocked me off the tightrope, and I fell down through the sky.
Oh, you have quite an imagination, Madeline. You should be a writer.
Vraiment, Miss Clavel? How do you become a writer?
The best way is to start by reading books.
Miss Clavel gave the girls some advice to heed.
If you want to learn anything, the best way is to read.
She told every girl to read more books and more, and they could. In the old house, they had volumes galore. In another old house that stood next door lived Pepito, the son of the Spanish ambassador. He built a mud castle, while at the same hour, the girls made their castle of books with a tower.
Miss Clavel is right. Books can be very useful. This frog, it belongs to Pepito.
Perfecto!
Pepito, your frog ruined our castle.
Lo siento, I am sorry, but at least he did not ruin my magnificent castle! Our magnificent clothes!
What is that?
Something is not right. Oh, dear!
Their big froggy mud fight did not go so well. And oh, how it angered their dear Miss Clavel.
Arrêtez! Stop, mes petites! Look what you have done!
Precious books became quite battered where the frog had jumped and the mud had splattered.
Ah, mes enfants, did you know that writers work very hard to write books such as these?
We are very sorry, Miss Clavel.
They cleaned up the mess and walked out of the door to see some of Paris they had not seen before.
Ours is a city where writers love to live because everywhere they look, they find an idea for a story.
Bonjour, Ludwig.
Bonjour, Miss Clavel. Bonjour, little girls. I am writing a book for children.
Ooh. What is it about, Ludwig?
I will tell you when it is finished.
On the city's left bank, the children took looks at the places where writers had written great books.
is The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. And here is The Stranger by Albert Camus.
Who am I? What am I? Why am I here?
Ah, here is The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo, one of my favorites.
All of these books were written in Paris?
All of them and more. See that table, see that street, a great book started there. See that old and faded seat, it was a writer's chair. Every garden, every park gave birth to a thought. To each cafe after dark, a new idea was brought.
Right, right, right on the left bank. Left, left, left on the right. If you love words, you must have heard. Paris is a writer's delight. Paris is a writer's delight.
If you sit down on this bench for a little dose, suddenly, in perfect French, there's poetry or prose.
Right, right, right on the left bank. Left, left, left on the right. If you love words, you must have heard. Paris is a writer's delight. Paris is a writer's delight.
Wouldn't you know, the very next day, they all decided to put on a play.
Great books made great plays, and I think we should do The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Miss Clavel loves that story. Bonne idée, Madeline.
And we can charge money for the play. Then we can buy new books.
Formidable! A brilliant idea!
And I'm going to play the hero, just like my favorite star, Gerard Dippity-Doo, always does.
D'accord, Pepito. You will be Quasimodo. He is very brave and very strong.
And most important for an actor, he gets the best lines.
I must start rehearsing right now.
And who is the heroine, Madeline?
Esmeralda. She is the only person who is nice to Quasimodo, even though he is very ugly and lives in the towers of the Cathedral of Notre Dame, where
he jumps around on ropes and rings big bells.
Did you say very ugly?
But also very strong and brave.
Ah!
And though everybody teases Quasimodo, Esmeralda sees that he is truly a wonderful person.
It is so sad!
How do they meet?
Is there a happy ending? Tell us more!
A long time ago in Paris, everyone thought Quasimodo was a monster, even though he was really very kind.
And so, in their play, they began to immerse. Then pretty soon, it was time to rehearse.
Bonsoir, and welcome to the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The part of Esmeralda will be played by Danielle. The part of the captain of the guards will be played by Madeline. That is me. And the Hunchback Quasimodo will be played by Pepito. Pepito? Pepito? Excusez-moi. Where is he?
Je ne sais pas. I do not know. I have not seen him.
Pepito was missing. They searched high and low, for without Quasimodo, they could not do the show.
Wait a minute. I bet I know where he is. Viens, Pepito, come on. Everybody is waiting for you.
No, Madeline. I do not want to be in the play.
But why not?
Because I do not want to play the ugly hunchback. People will look at me and make faces.
But it is only a part in a play, and the best part.
Then you play the hunchback. I want to be the captain of the guards.
D'accord, that is fine with me.
The next day, Miss Clavel said,
Do not hurry. Be calm.
for more inspiration, they would see Notre Dame.
Hooray!
Regardez, everyone. This is the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Almost 800 years old.
And still under construction.
To walk through Notre Dame is to walk through the history of France. In the Middle Ages, merchants sold their goods here. Everything from elephant tusks to ostrich eggs.
It is too bad they are not still here. I could use some new ostrich eggs.
Much later, this is where Napoleon crowned himself emperor. And this sanctuary has always been a refuge, a place that is safe from the outside world.
They looked at the doors and the windows in glory. Each was a masterpiece. Each told a story. But Pepito was not so appreciatory.
So what does this have to do with the ugly hunchback?
This is the place that inspired Victor Hugo to create the Hunchback. Above are the towers where the bell ringers worked.
Oui, very beautiful. Très belle.
Por favor, Miss Clavel, may we go to the roof?
Très bien, very well.
Let us see where Quasimodo lived.
It is this way. 380 steps up.
They climbed all the stairs. Then at the very top flight, they saw a most scary, unsettling sight.
Gargoyles! And goblins!
These are gargoyles and goblins!
Do not worry, little girls. They are there to ward off the evil spirits.
I hope they do not ward off Madeline and Pepito. They are still up there.
Madeline and Pepito knew very well how to frighten Miss Clavel.
Forbidden! Stop! Good heavens! Wait here, little girls. Pepito! Madeline! You are not supposed to be up here. Come, let us go back down.
Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
The hunchback has captured Miss Clavel!
We must do something!
A terrible thing. Dear Miss Clavel swung backwards and forth near the old tower bell.
Cut! Bravo! That was very convincing.
Hello, big guy. You were supposed to pick me up.
And who are you?
The actress, you silly nincompoop.
Oops. And who are you, mademoiselle?
Moi? I am Miss Clavel.
1,000 pardons, Miss Clavel. We are making a movie here. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
A movie? How exciting!
I am the Hunchback, of course.
Un momento. Your voice is familiar.
That is because I am Gerard Dippity-Doo, at your service.
Gerard Dippity-Doo! You are my hero! You always get the bad guys.
I try.
Can we get back to work, s'il vous plaît?
One moment, Fifi. Cher
Miss Clavel, forgive my terrible blunder. How can I make this up to you?
We know, monsieur.
Oui, you can come to our play.
It was the night of their play, and in the front row was Gérard Dippetit-Doo, enjoying the show.
You saved my life, and now you bring me...
Psst, what is the line? Food. What? Food! I bring you food!
Well, I can see that, Madeline.
It will get better.
I am sure of it.
But hark! Who is there?
'Tis I, Captain of the Guard. Ay, caramba!
After Act One, the great actor reflected it was not quite the play that he had expected. The performance was not what you might call perfected.
They are applauding. Do you think they liked us?
Of course! I was magnifico! Look at me in this costume. So gallant, so dashing.
Everyone, Monsieur Dippetit-Doo is here to congratulate you.
Ah, yes. Madeline and Danielle, you two are really something special.
You mean it?
Oui. In fact, the whole performance brought tears to my eyes.
Hey, what about me? Was I not wonderful? Was I not manly?
Well, I liked your mustache.
Madeline, is that you? Do you think I was terrible too?
It is I, Pepito, Gerard. Can we talk?
Of course, con mucho gusto.
What is troubling you, my friend? Is it my imperfect leg?
No, not at all. I barely noticed it.
You see, like Quasimodo, I too had something to overcome.
I am sorry.
Do not be. My leg has made me stronger. And it has taught me something important.
What is that?
It is not what you look like that matters. It is how you treat others. That is why I love the part of Quasimodo. He had a great heart.
I see.
And I believe you would make a great Quasimodo.
The actor confided a truth that was smart. Looks are nothing compared with the size of your heart. And now Pepito was ready to play a great part.
You saved my life, and now you bring me food. Wait! Wait! Do not go!
I do not hear too well. The bells have made me deaf. But you can speak to me with your lips and your eyes. I am your servant and your friend. Ring this bell if you need help, and I will come to protect you.
You're great. See, I know.
Merci, Pepito.
Little girls, you were wonderful last night.
I love acting. I think I will become an actress.
And I will write great plays for you to act in.
Congratulations, Pepito. I am very proud of you.
Gracias, Signor Dippetit-Doo.
And this is for you girls, in appreciation for a magnifique performance.
monsieur. You are too kind.
Merci, merci, merci.
C'est merveilleux.
Fantastique. Oh, look at this one. I can't wait to read this.
That night, the girls all broke their bread.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
Then brushed their teeth and went to bed. Then Miss Clavel said,
Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well.
Good night, dear Miss Clavel.
Tomorrow night, I will read you the book that Ludwig has written. It is about 12 little girls in Paris.
Then she turned off the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30. The smallest one was Madeline. She was a detective, solving mysteries galore.
Monsieur, I believe these are yours.
Ah, merci. Pour toi.
Merci, monsieur.
And she sometimes was helped by Pepito next door.
Buenos dias, Miss Clavel. May I come on your walk and take pictures with my new camera?
But of course, Pepito.
They took a long walk to the zoo. And to a tiger that was new. Madeline just said,
Pooh, pooh.
J'ai oublié. I forgot. The trustees are sprucing up the old house, and today the painter comes. Hurry, mes petites, before everything gets covered with paint.
They ran to the door and all rushed in and found a painter painting trim. He painted fast. He painted well, starting with the room of Miss Clavel.
These are my most precious belongings. We must move them. This is the lovely scarf you knitted for my birthday last year, Danielle. And this is the beautiful pebble you gave me the year before, Nicole.
Miss Clavel's birthday is coming up soon. I must tell the others.
This is my oldest treasure. It is a photo of the students at the place I used to work, a reform school.
It was a picture from another time of 12 little boys in 2 crooked lines.
Achoo! Achoo! I think I am allergic to something. Achoo!
I believe that it is the paint Pepito is allergic to, Miss Clavel.
Miss Clavel, what a thoroughly brilliant little girl. This wretched paint is even making me sneeze too.
Do not worry, Monsieur Painter. We will stay downstairs, out of your way.
While the paint was drying, a little later, the girls slept near the refrigerator.
Bonne nuit, mes enfants. Dream of your new beautiful room. Oh, bonne nuit, monsieur.
Bonne nuit, Miss Clavel.
Mes amis, Miss Clavel's birthday will be here soon. We must get her a very special present.
But of course! This scarf is so ragged. And this pebble is silly. We must get her something more expensive.
A long purple gown or a bright golden crown
or a factory of chocolates, of course. A big fancy ball or a small waterfall
or a young white Arabian horse.
The best gifts in the world are the kind that big money can buy. the Champs-Élysées, the city of Nice, or the country of Greece,
Are some bright jingle bells and a sleigh.
the best gifts in the world are the kind that big money can buy. A hot air balloon, or the planet Neptune, or a luxury cruise in July. The things that big money can buy.
The very next day, at 9:30, they left for their walk in bright sunshine. They looked in windows full of things, from crystal cups to diamond rings.
Très cher.
C'est splendide.
This old church is called the Madeleine, spelled almost like Madeline, but with an extra E.
Oh! And such a wonderful name, n'est-ce pas?
Move closer, please. Du fromage.
How I would love one of those.
What did she say?
They looked and they looked for what Miss Clavel chose, then spotted a big hat all covered with bows.
That glamorous hat will be très cher, very expensive. We must earn the money to buy one for our dear Miss Clavel.
First, they sold some lemonade. Then walked the neighbor's dog brigade. But nothing they did would get them paid.
It is no use. We must find some other way to make money. Something unique. Something no one else can do.
Then Pepito remembered the many times that Madeline had solved real crimes.
That is it, Madeline. We must start a detective school.
Oh, you girls are earning some money. Bon, perhaps you will save it for college.
They advertised for willing youths and found 3 eager would-be sleuths.
Moi, I am Hercule Tarot from Belgium, and I wish to be the police inspector.
Hiya, dolls. Stan Spade from California. I want to be a private eye, dolls. Miss Marple from London here. I should very much like to become a Sherlock.
Welcome to Madeline's Detective School. You are all accepted.
Later on, at 2:30, as the new cleaning man passed on through, Pepito sneezed again.
Oh, dear.
Achoo! Achoo!
Miss Clavel, I fear this sniffly young man is allergic to the dust from the chandelier.
Oh, my, pardon us, Monsieur Chandelier Cleaner. We will leave.
Class starts tomorrow. Please be on time.
With the chime of the morning bell, there was a surprise for Miss Clavel.
To Miss Clavel. Oh, but it is not yet my birthday. I will keep this safely hidden till then.
Meanwhile, Madeline taught about disguises in a lesson full of big surprises.
Très bien. Criminals use disguises to hide themselves, so we must learn to recognize them. Boo! Woo! And now for the best disguise of them all. Voila!
I do believe there is a boy in that bush.
Bon! You have passed disguises.
Next time, find someone else to be a bush.
Then the very next day, at 9:45, a package came to the door again.
Oh, dear. Another present. But it is still not my birthday.
With each gift larger than the last, Miss Clavel became aghast.
Oh dear! Who is giving me gifts? Mes enfants, have you been leaving me presents?
No, Miss Clavel.
No, not us.
No, it is not possible.
Was that a present, Miss Clavel?
The statue? Oui, Madeline. And there are other gifts, too.
Other gifts? May we see?
But something is not right. A jeweled cat pin, a famous painting, and the lion statue?
She read the girls the morning paper, which brought to light a dreadful caper.
Le chat, cat burglar and master of disguise, is on the prowl.
Cat burglar?
He has stolen from the jewelry store, the Louvre, the Jardin Tuileries, and now the zoo. Thank heavens there is nothing from the zoo.
But as the news was volunteered, another present had appeared. It was worse than they had feared.
Your gifts, Miss Clavel, they are all cats.
And they are all stolen.
Poor Miss Clavel was in quite a tizzy, and the playful young tiger was making her dizzy. She called the police, but they were busy.
All of Paris must be calling about Le Chat. I will try again later.
Do not worry, Miss Clavel. We will find out the true identity of Le Chat and why he is giving you gifts.
Achoo!
To make the matter more perplexing, Pepito's nose was once more vexing.
Achoo!
Perhaps you need a holiday in a better climate, young man.
Miss Clavel gave a hanky to the sneezing Pepito, taking her mind off the feline bandito. Young Madeline taught her class with feeling, while Le Chat was out there stealing.
We must search the house for Le Chat's fingerprints. Regardez!
I leave my thumbprint. Voila! I dust it with talcum powder. Voila!
Remember, students, the cat burglar is very tidy. To catch him, we must be tidy too. Now, to the scene of the crime.
I, Hercule Tarot, shall be the first student to uncover Le Chat as I reveal his fingerprints. Oops, sorry. Aha! The footprint of Le Chat. I detect spiffy Italian loafers. More footprints of Le Chat. I knew I would find the culprit first.
They examined the prints in a very close huddle and found that they led to a nearby mud puddle.
The dead rat!
No, sweetheart. It's not a dead rat. See for yourself. It is the house painter's fake mustache.
The disguise of Le Chat. Aha! The house painter is Le Chat.
Our students are showing some promise. We shall see if you are correct. Tonight, we will trap Le Chat when he leaves another gift for Miss Clavel.
They had to watch, they had to wait, they had to stay up very late.
Aren't you afraid of the dark, Madeline? And of Le Chat, too?
Afraid of those things, it could not be true. To the dark and Le Chat, Madeline just said,
Pooh, pooh. Students, regardez our trap.
We will hide behind the furniture, and when he appears, we will turn on the lights.
And we will catch him in this net. Bon.
The moon shone brightly as they waited. The trap was ready, set and baited.
Attendez, someone is here. Remember, be quiet. Le Chat must leave evidence before we trap him.
Stop! Freeze! Stand spade here!
But Miss Marble was the one they caught. She had gone to fill up her teapot.
You're not Le Chat.
Aye, our students are terrible detectives.
Ah! Who goes there? The chandelier cleaner's glasses, I presume. The dame is right. The chandelier cleaner is Le Chat.
Maybe our students are becoming detectives after all.
While the girls were looking for Le Chat near and far, Inspector Moreau arrived with a light on his car.
Mes petites, Inspector Moreau has finally arrived.
I do say, the window washer's squeegee is here by the statue. He is most definitely Le Chat.
Good day, mademoiselles and messieurs. I have uncovered our prime lead for the cat burglaries.
Then the worst imaginable thing befell.
Our prime suspect is Miss Clavel. I am so sorry.
Oh, Miss Clavel, we feel terrible. My detective school students and I could not find Le Chat.
Do not worry, Madeline. The truth will come out.
During this greatest of catastrophes,
Achoo!
Pepito felt he had to sneeze.
Achoo! Achoo!
Pepito, are you allergic to our tree?
I am not allergic to trees or paint, chandelier dust or window wash. I am only allergic to los gatos. Cats!
Cats? C'est ça! That is it! Inspector, I think I know the real identity of Le Chat.
You do? I hoped it was not Miss Clavel.
You see...
Wait! Let us guess, if you please.
Très bien. Students, what makes a cat burglar so difficult to apprehend?
He is très neat. He does not make a sound. And he is ever so quick on his feet.
Correct. And he is able to climb very high.
Like the window washer, the chandelier cleaner, the house painter.
You are all right, students. Le Chat, the master of disguise, is all three. Voila!
And just at that moment, he was trimming their tree.
Is it possible? You are little Pierre Roffet from Reform School? The last one in line?
And always on time.
My dear boy, what made you become Le Chat?
Miss Clavel, you know this thief?
Cat burglar, please. Miss Clavel was my teacher and I her favorite pupil. She taught me right from wrong, but sadly one day I stopped listening to her.
So you grew up to become a cat burglar.
And nearly cost Miss Clavel her freedom.
The gifts were for Miss Clavel's birthday to show her how much I still care for her, as you girls do. And now, pardonnez-moi, but I must escape.
My dear boy, listen to me now. You should not run away. If you truly care, you will feel much better if you repay your debt.
Do you think so, Miss Clavel?
Oui, I do. There. Shh.
And so the class had found Le Chat. They handcuffed him, and that was that.
It's time for us to blow this pop shop.
Oui, there are trails of clues to follow.
We are ever so much obliged for the lessons.
Il n'y a pas de quoi. You are all welcome.
And here are your badges for graduating from our detective school.
Toodaloo.
Au revoir, everyone.
Now we will count our earnings. Oh no! This is only play money.
Now I do not feel so bad about giving them pretend badges. Play money.
And how will we get the beautiful hat for Miss Clavel now? Hello? Mes amis, Detective Moreau has a wonderful idea.
They returned each present on the double and received some money for their trouble. They took the tiger to the zoo, where Madeline again said,
Pooh, pooh.
with the rewards, they soon could buy the hat from the park that made Miss Clavel sigh.
present.
My, how lovely. A chapeau. Merci beaucoup, mes petites.
Miss Clavel wasn't happy. It wasn't so pleasant to get such a big fancy hat for a present.
Do you not like the hat, Miss Clavel? Remember at La Madeleine, you said you would love the hat that the mother was wearing?
Oh, mes enfants, it was the photograph that I wished for, like the picture of the family.
It was Pepito who made amends. He took out his camera with its shiny lens.
I will take the picture, Miss Clavel.
Bonne idea!
The best gifts in the world are the kind that big money can't buy. A home filled with love, or a clean sky above, or good friends who are always nearby. These things big money can't buy.
Later that day, they took back the hat, and they bought a large frame, complete with a mat.
Ah.
Soon it was time to break their bread,
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
and brush their teeth, and go to bed. And the very last good night of all was said most fondly to a wall.
Good night, mes enfants.
Miss Clavel said to 12 little boys, one of them a hood, and to 12 little girls, all of them good. Then she turned out her light and began gently to snore. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline.
There comes the aeroplane from America.
The girls were excited. They all had goose pimples because their guest was the Hollywood star, Sugar Dimples.
Madeline! Danielle! Chloe! I'm here! I'm finally here! Oui! And what fun we have planned for you! Oh, may I please, Director Fleming?
Sugar has a costume fitting for her new movie, but it isn't till this afternoon.
They toured around Paris for over an hour. From the Champs-Élysées to the tall Eiffel Tower. But Sugar was acting a tiny bit sour.
Maybe she is hungry. Mais oui, Danielle. Lunch will make her more agreeable.
The food only deepened Sugar's discontent.
Hamburger.
Voila! My quiz de grenouille. The finest frog legs in Paris.
Frog legs? Yuck!
savage! But this dog is a gourmet.
Forgive Sugar, monsieur. She just misses her home. Do you not remember how you felt on your trips abroad? How you missed Genevieve and the old house?
That gives me an idea. I know just how to cheer Sugar up. Qu'est-ce que c'est, Sugar? Are you homesick?
Mommy was supposed to come with me. Then at the last minute, she had to go to London. I miss her so. I'm sorry. You've all been so nice to me.
Here, no frogs in this chocolate eclair. I promise.
It does taste good. But I miss Mommy's Halloween cupcakes.
Halloween? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Is that a holiday?
You don't have Halloween in France?
Be a goblin if you dare. Paint your face all green. Be a ghost and give a scare. Boo, it's Halloween. Carve a pumpkin in the night. What a spooky scene. Jack-o'-lantern shining bright. Boo, it's Halloween. Ooh, that's getting cool. Halloween is cool. Ooh, that's getting cool. Halloween is cool. Ring a bell, say trick or treat. Dressed as witch or queen. Bags of candy, oh so sweet. Boo, it's Halloween. Boo, that's getting cool. Halloween is cool. 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 Halloween does sound like fun.
Especially the treat-or-tricking.
Oh, yes, you would love it.
There you are, Sugar. We're late for our costume appointment. Hurry!
They went to a shop that had costumes galore, where Sugar was fitted in a crisp pinafore. Amidst harlequins, witches, and a large dinosaur.
Monsieur, your head!
Merci.
Mais oui, I know just how to make Sugar's homesickness go away. Psst.
That night, in the old house, a brand new routine as the 12 girls prepared a true French Halloween.
Here is Pepito.
And here is his chapeau.
Huh? Hold still, Pepito. Perfect.
Formidable.
Sugar! Here comes Sugar!
Bon Halloween! Bon Halloween? I think you mean Happy Halloween.
No, in France, it is Bon Halloween.
With much excitement, they took to the street in hopes of collecting some sweet things to eat. But the French were confused when they heard,
Trick or treat! Fun. Trick or treat!
Trick! Why, you little monster!
I know you all meant well, but this is the worst
Sugar was crying. There were many tears, and the loud sound of thunder did not help her fears.
I want to go home tonight.
There, ma chérie. Let us have a hot cup of cocoa.
But the steamy hot cocoa did not do the trick for the young Sugar Dimples, so very homesick. So Miss Clavel needed to do something quick.
Allô? Madame Dimples? Oui, this is Miss Clavel in Paris. Sugar!
Mommy? Oh, Mommy, it is you. I miss you so. And Halloween is coming. But it is so nice to talk to you.
The chat with her mother made Sugar quite cheerful. Then Miss Clavel had a plan to make her less tearful.
Ah oui. Oh, yes. Oh, and then...
While the girls tried to listen and pick up an earful.
There you are, mes petites. Bien, Monsieur Fleming has just arrived.
I have the address of the castle we're using for our new film. It's in the Loire Valley. Would you like to come along?
Mais oui! Pepito, too?
Pepito? Oh, certainement. Certainly.
They packed up and left without too much hassle and set out in search of a beautiful castle.
That's not the one. Too short. No, too tall. No, too ugly.
Perhaps this is the one.
No, too dirty. Here it is, kids.
Too scary!
Everyone out. I have an important errand to do in town. I'll meet you back here soon. Go ahead. Wait for me in there.
In there?
I am sure it is warm and cozy inside. Vite, vite, mes chéris. Hurry. Oh dear. Bonjour. Hello? Is someone there? Oh dear. Sugar, come in from the cold, ma petite.
They entered the castle in spite of their quivers. It was not just the cold that caused spine-tingling shivers.
Calm yourselves, mes petites. Once we have a fire, it will not be so spooky. You little girls come with me, s'il vous plaît. We need to gather more firewood before it gets too dark.
We will wait here and look for blankets.
The girls went out in one straight line, and Sugar Dimples began to whine.
I'm cold.
We must do something for Sugar. Psst. Is this castle not the perfect place to celebrate Halloween?
Do you forget last night? There is no pleasing Sugar. But this could be fun. We will not scare her too much. It's freezing. I can't stay here. I'm catching a cold.
Huh.
Where do we start?
We are doing this to make Sugar feel better, no?
Oh, oui. Not to scare her.
Genevieve, you know what to do. I promise you, Sugar will be nicer when she's less homesick.
Hey, come back here.
Magnifique, Genevieve. Now it is our turn.
No sooner than Sugar was clear out of sight, the castle was changed to a big house of fright.
Perfect.
With Sugar and Genevieve in constant flight.
Doggy, please. What are you doing? Are you out of your mind?
Bueno. Jack-o'-lanterns.
Nice doggy, nice doggy. Give me back my purse. Huh? Hello? Where is everybody? Huh?
I want to drain your veins.
Huh? Drain your veins? A vampire wouldn't say that.
This vampire would.
Ha! Woo, woo, woo! Fun Halloween! You think this is Halloween? Ghosts don't go ooh, ooh, ooh. And no one makes jack-o'-lanterns out of a squash.
And the young name should not be Sugar, it should be Brat.
Ah! What was that? Wee! What was that? She has a broom! It is a witch!
And a monster! Coron! Run for it!
Yes, it was true. The old castle was haunted. But somehow it wasn't just quite what they wanted.
Which way?
Anyway! Mira! Look!
Quickly, we must hide.
What if the witch casts a spell on us?
Oh no! Will she turn us into something terrible? What will we do?
We must sing.
Sing?
Singing always helps when you are scared.
Boo! Askety-goo, Halloween is cool. Boo! Askety-goo, Halloween is cool. Oh, I am so happy you are all here. If I were alone...
Oui, moi aussi. Me too. I am sorry I called you a brat, Sugar.
No, I was a brat. I just didn't want to admit you all scared me.
It must be hard being so far from home. Why, I am already missing Miss Clavel.
Yes!
Where could Miss Clavel be?
She would know what to do.
Shh! Listen!
There you are!
Hey, Paso! The witches are duplicating!
Witches?
Miss Clavel?
Sugar, is that you?
Mommy?
Yes, I came to surprise you.
Oh, Mommy, am I glad to see
Clavel planned it all. And Mr. Fleming picked me up in town.
But you had a broom, just like a witch.
Broom? You mean this?
An umbrella.
And we are so glad to see you, Miss Clavel. But your hair, it needs some attending.
Oh, it was the wind. A very bad storm is brewing. No wonder you took us for witches. Come, let us enjoy a beautiful warm fire.
Their fears were all calmed, and they headed downstairs, where young ghosts and goblins delivered more scares. It was Halloween with a very French flair.
Bobbing for bonbons. My favorite. Bon Halloween! Bon
Halloween! When the sun shined its rays on the Valley of Loire, Sugar said as they piled in their long touring car,
This Halloween is the best one so far. Goodbye, everyone. Au revoir.
12 weary girls broke delicious French bread.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other. And sugar dimples.
Then they brushed their teeth and went to bed. But it didn't look like sleep ahead.
Hello? Oui. For you.
Hello? Sugar! Oh, Madeline, I am so homesick for France. Can you please airmail me some of those eclairs and frog legs as soon as possible?
Oui, certainement. But you must do something for us. Send us some Halloween cupcakes and trick-or-treat candy.
Oui!
Good night, they all said to their friend across the shore. And that's all there is. There isn't any more.